Where can you find the world's tallest tin soldier? I have a hint for you. It's in Western Canada's oldest city. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Real Justine Priestley channel. I am the Real Justine Priestley, your local realtor with a twist here in the Greater Vancouver area. And in this video, we're gonna go and dive into a city called New Westminster. If you've already watched a bunch of my videos, you might already know that Vancouver is made up of a bunch of different separate municipalities, and one of them is New Westminster, nestled between Burnaby, Coquitlam, Richmond, and Surrey. It's one of the smaller ones in terms of population. Only about 70,000 people live in New West, but it is the oldest city in Western Canada. New Westminster was BC's first capital city until Victoria took over in 1866. Yeah, that's a ways back. New Westminster is located on the Fraser River and was one of the busiest ports on the whole west coast of North America for many, many years. This is why so many people moved there and why it became such a big city so early on. New Westminster is mostly built on the side of a slope, sloping down, obviously, to the river. If you live in downtown New West, it has a very high walk score, but you have to be willing to walk up and down some steep hills. Obviously, since it's built on the side of a hill, many of the properties enjoy stunning views in New West. One of the things that makes New Westminster such a fabulous city is that it has so much history and so many historically protected houses. The Queen's Park area in particular feels like the entire area is a heritage site, and many of the homes are protected. One thing I think is really cool about New Westminster is that they have protected a lot of the old mansions from the richer families, but also many of the more working class homes from 100+ years ago. That's so cool. If you like live entertainment, New Westminster has 4 live theater venues and one of the newest convention centers in all of Greater Vancouver, the Anvil Centre. The Anvil Centre also houses the Museum and Archives of New Westminster and, very importantly, the Canadian Lacrosse Hall of Fame. New West enjoys 15 different parks, and one of the great green spaces is right along the river, and that's where you'll find the world's tallest tin soldier. BC's oldest public park is in New Westminster, Glenbrook Ravine Park, and it has an interesting feature, a cemetery. One of my favorite things in New West is Antique Alley. I could literally spend all day in this place. I mean, antique suitcases, old telephones, vacuum cleaners from another era, ancient sewing machines. So many treasures. Right down on the river, you'll find River Market, which is 70,000 square feet of market space with all kinds of shops and stalls and cafes. It's so fun. There's always something to do at the River Market. More shopping can be found at the Royal City Centre Shopping Mall, over 4 blocks long with plenty of shopping. Another cool thing about New Westminster is Vancouver's only circus school. There's a part of New West called Queensborough, which is actually on the other side of the Fraser River, and some of the beautiful homes look across the river into the other part of New West, and it is gorgeous. If you live in Queensborough, there's basically no public transport. You're beholden to your car, and there is not much that you could walk to. There's only a couple of bridges to get you out of there, so that can be a bit of a problem for traffic, but it's a lovely little community. Also in Queensborough, you will find New Westminster's casino, the Starlight Casino. The Starlight Casino's claim to fame is that it's more Vegas-like than other casinos in Vancouver. This one has VIP access, VIP areas. That's what makes it like Vegas, apparently. Douglas College is a community college that exists in New West, and that is a very respectable school. But I will never lie to you, and I have to tell the truth. If you're looking for an elite, high-level education for your kids, elementary school or high school, New Westminster is probably not where you want to go. If you look up the rankings for the schools there, the highest ranking ones are just above the average 50% mark. Like this lovely 90-year-old grand dam, Richard McBride Elementary. It's recently been renamed after a First Nations band. Unfortunately, I can't pronounce it properly. Sorry, everybody. Another thing that might be considered a downside of New West is transportation. There are 5 SkyTrain stations, so if you're into public transport, that works out great, and there are plenty of buses. But if you like to drive, you're quite far from the only one highway that goes through Vancouver. And there's a bridge right next to New Westminster called the Pattullo Bridge, and it averages almost 78,000 cars and trucks every day. Remember, the population of New West is only about 70,000. So that's more than all the population of the city driving over that bridge every day. And that traffic backs right up into New West. Yikes. Let's talk home prices as compared to the city of Vancouver itself. I did some research. Right now, it is January 2022. And these are listings that I found today. In the detached market, at the very bottom of the market, meaning the lowest price you can find in Vancouver, I found a house for $1.149 million. Now, this place is a total fixer-upper. It's 112 years old. The house enjoys almost 2,700 square feet. It has 9 bedrooms. It has 3 bathrooms, a piano room, and some of the original stained glass windows are still intact. It's completely unrenovated. The listing has no photos from inside. The house has a couple of residents living in it, and it has been owned by a nonprofit organization for quite some time. So if you're looking for a character home to renovate, this might be perfect for you, and that's very affordable for Vancouver. The lot is tiny, and you can see in the photo that the houses next to it, they almost touch on both sides. That's quite common in parts of Vancouver. So let's compare that to New Westminster. I found this house right at the bottom of the market, the most affordable detached listing that I could find. And it's listed at $1.199 million. This house is 82 years old and it's just over 2,000 square feet. It has 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. This house has fantastic views. It's on a medium-sized lot. Judging by the pictures in the listing, the 1970s reno is still standing. That's what the bathrooms and the kitchen look like anyway. Just for fun, let's take a look at apartments and how do they compare from Vancouver to New West. So I found at the bottom end of the market, the most affordable 1-bedroom apartment that's a freehold, not a leasehold, listed at $439,900. That's $439,900. It's 31 years old, 574 square feet. It's on the 2nd floor. And by the looks of it, totally unrenovated. Let's compare that to something in New West. So I found an apartment for $355,000 in New West. It's 38 years old. It's 590 square feet. It's also on the 2nd floor. And the bathroom looks like maybe it was renovated in about 2000. I love New Westminster. I mean, honestly, guys, it's very hard to find a bad neighborhood in Greater Vancouver. They all have their own unique features and, you know, it's Vancouver, so there's beauty everywhere. But I like New West. I love all the old homes. I love the character. I love the heritage. And I love that every house on every block is different. I just think that's cool. It's what I'm into. Don't forget to smoosh. Just give the like a smoosh for me. Thanks. Thanks for watching the Real Justine Priestley channel. I am the Real Justine Priestley, your realtor with a twist here in Greater Vancouver. Reach out anytime. I'm here to help and I'm here for you. My latest inspiration for ending these videos is to dance them out. So I'm just gonna dance it out, but YouTube won't let me play the music that I'm dancing to. So I'll just put it on the screen so you can imagine it. Okay, if you want to watch a video about a specific heritage house in New West, it's called Irving House and it's super cool. It has so many good stories. You can watch this video right here. Let's do it.